Well, boys, take two on walk around Can Am 1000r XT. If you'll notice from the last walk around, there's a little bit of a big difference on this one. She's got that 28-inch Motohavoks. Great tires. Let's do a little full walk around first. She's a doozy. Cloudy day. Look at this beast. Oh yeah. The one thing the dealership does say, or everybody I've talked to, is that the 28-inch tires don't require a lift kit. They're all full of shit. If you look here, the back is okay, but in the front wheel well, I had to cut off the corner edge here. So you look here, every time you dip the suspension down, this usually goes straight down. She's about right here touching every time you're braking. So if you're thinking about doing any kind of tires, I would suggest doing a lift kit, or you're gonna have to do some sort of modifications. I guess start with a dash and get her running. Dash is a little smaller, or sorry, a little bigger, but we'll go through the work modes. So with the little controller on the handlebars, toggle left and right, you get the work mode. Work off, sport mode. So I think the other one, the side-by-side, or I'm not sure which one, they have the eco mode. But if you notice, the bottom, the RPM is in a number. Why isn't this in a bar form like the other XMR Outlanders? Like, at least give us a bar RPM on these XTs. Otherwise, they're garbage. But yeah, that's pretty much the only change. It's one thing I don't like about the XMRs. If you're gonna do an XMR though, or an XT, and you're gonna play in a little bit of water, you better at least do a modified gas cap. These gas caps have a lot better rubber gasket. If you're gonna have her immersed, you better not have water in your gas. The other thing I highly suggest is the air filter cap that's in behind here. If you look, we'll remove the seat here. Oh boy. You gotta have one of these. One of the worst designs Can Am can have. This cap right here. This seal originally on the factory is just a soft foam seal. So you get water up to here, it runs right in. So I don't care how many of you have this snorkel. The weakest link in the chain is this thing here. And these will set you back $200. If you shop around, you might get them cheaper. But I've talked to buddies, you can also just do a better gasket on that cheap plastic air filter cap that comes with it. But it is what it is, boys. It's one of these machines. You're gonna have to modify it if you want to play. Oh. Backing up again. Like I said, I had to cut off the plastics here. I'm gonna upgrade the springs a little bit. Probably your cheapest alternative. Get a stiffer spring instead of a full suspension replay. MSA rims. It's funny, these are called a 28-inch. But I measure them top to bottom, edge to edge, and they're actually only 27-inch. Still a great tire. You're not gonna beat these tires. Checkmark pattern, specifically for going in mud and reverse. It'll still grip. It's good. Let's take another look at this beast. She's a beauty. No suspension issue in the back. From factory though, I do have them cranked up as high as they'll go. There's only 2 notches in the back, 3 in the front. Another fault, the Can Am Outlander. You get your tool kit. comes with your little wrenches, a little pliers, special wrench to crank your suspension. But if you notice this seal here, don't put any valuables in here, because unless, again, if you get an aftermarket seal gasket, if you don't get one, she's full of water all the time. Prime example right now. Always press these twice as hard. There's like a 2-stage click process to these. And again, I said I have the full belly pan kit. If you can see, A-arm protectors and also CV boot protectors. I don't know if I really recommend this one here. This one's almost like a shovel when you're going in the water and the mud. This one is definitely a go-to. If you notice, you pay $1,000 for an upgrade and then they replace it with plastic. The original one's plastic. I don't know why they're doing that. Again, same on the side. Another thing, Can Am's only got one disc on the back. I think with these big beasts, they should be putting 2 for the costs that we spread or pay on these damn things. All right, let's go back to the front here. Like I said before, Rad Relocate Snorkel, an absolute essential. Whether you have an XMR or any other model, these things run lean because of California emissions. You're gonna have to relocate this thing, or you're gonna be stuck in the bush or on the side of the highway in limp mode. Again, A-arm protectors with a stupid flimsy plastic thing, but I think they're essential for the stuff I get into. The new, I don't know if it was 19 or 20. Another thing with the overheating, they started putting more vents when you're going down the road to run air through past the engine to cool it down. Maybe one tiny little percent better, I guess. Not sure. Again, like I said before, 1 key instead of 2. These things I don't think are cheap. So I highly recommend a boat floater keychain or even maybe a lanyard tied to your handlebars, because you're gonna hit, when you're in the deep mud, you're gonna be hitting. But another highly recommended, handlebar guards. Some people call them handle guards. You need these, especially running bush. That's pretty much it, boys. I'm loving this machine. She's done me good. The one thing I do notice though is I did upgrade the CVTech primary clutch to help with these mud tires. And boy, oh boy, what a difference. But one thing I will notice though is that you really have to warm this puppy up, or she has a lot of hard time changing gears. And you gotta do for all you new guys out there, the Can Am hump. That's the rocking this bastard back and forth to get her into gear. But other than that, I love this beast. So again, a little overview. Highly recommend gas cap, the Billet Aluminum Air filter cap, the aluminum belly pan kit, and probably some sort of lift kit or even heavier duty springs if you're going to modify an XT, because these stock shocks are garbage. Anyways, guys, let's see these. Who wants to see these Motohavoks in action? Let's jump to a clip of that.